everybody, what's up? Welcome again to our latest episode of In the Zone. Together with me, it's Coach PK, Coach John, and Coach
Hi.
Victor.
Evening, everyone.
And today, we're going to talk about the good qualities of a basketball player. And to start off, I'm going to start first, okay? My qualities of a good basketball player is very simple, okay? First, number one, okay, he should be teachable, or I can disciple him. I can correct him. I believe that basketball player is not born but being made. Okay, so through the years, right? If he's teachable, and then I can correct. So eventually, he will adapt and learn the correct techniques of playing in basketball. Okay, and even though the skills that he learned, okay, can be taught. Okay, so discipleship and then teachability is very important for me. That's my number one. Okay, and then if he is already that quality, I would go for number two is excellence. Strive for excellence. That means he's motivated enough, okay, to go into the court day in and day out. Okay, if it's Philippines, it should be every day. Okay, in Singapore, it should be as much as possible. Okay, because here education is very important. All right, so if he can do that, okay, it will be additional qualities that it can help him, to bring his game into the next level. And then the third thing, okay, he needs to trust the process, trust the coach, trust the mentors, trust all the people that surrounds him. Because sometimes, right, as a young kid, they don't really, sometimes, right, if they become better, okay, they forget to learn more. They are not, you cannot teach them anymore because they think they're very good. That's the only thing that stop them from being better, okay? Because once you're in the basketball world, okay, you cannot stop learning. You need to keep learning. Until now, even though coaches, okay, how old we are, we need to not stop learning, okay? We should learn, we should improve ourselves, because basketball, all the sports is competitive, okay? So in order for us to be on the top, okay, we should be updated as well, because sports always evolve, okay? There's always something new. Okay, fourth thing, okay, is being committed. If they have a very good commitment, okay, in whatever they do, okay, and then it will fall into like a mundane, okay? So it will be like they have goals in their life, okay? I'm committed, and then if they're committed, I will see that this guy is already mature, okay? It doesn't matter how old he is, 13, 12, 11, okay? If you can see a player that is very committed, okay, that means they have the right mindset, they have the right start off in playing this game. Once they do that, okay, stars is within the reach. Okay, stars is within the reach. Anything they can do. All right. So yes, I think that's the four qualities only that I'm looking, okay, for basketball player as a developmental coach. Okay, so I'm gonna start there. Yes, that's for me. Coaches, what do you think?
Okay, thanks, Nate, for that sharing of your attributes or qualities that you look for in a player. A lot of similarities, and I think there's probably no doubt that we're all going to have some similarities. I totally agree with probably almost your first call that the player has to be coachable. Even again, as Nate pointed out, we're talking about development players and working with young kids here. Children really need to be coachable and understand and willing to listen and learn and not have big egos at a young age and thinking that they know better than coach does, or knowing better than what teammates do, and that sort of leads me, I guess, into my next section or next quality, I think all the players that I would like to have on the team, all got to be team players. You know, a player that thinks he knows better than the rest of the team and goes it alone when whether there's a set play to be run or anything like that. I think that quality is very important, that all players need to learn. It is a team game. Even if they're an outstanding player, at some point everybody catches up to them. The other attribute that I look for is that, again, it's Nate touched on it as commitment, but I would actually call it more discipline. I think the two kind of maybe go hand in hand. If the player's disciplined, you know, I think that creates the commitment behind that as well. I do also look to all my players to try and see that they have some qualities of leadership. They don't have to be the captain. They don't have to be the one that directs everybody. But I think every player has the ability to have some kind of leadership role in a team situation. And undoubtedly the most important one, Nate touched on it as well, I think, is trust. I want the players to not only trust in themselves and therefore be self-believers in themselves, obviously trust in the team and trust in their teammates, regardless of their teammates' abilities, whether, you know, player X can catch the ball or not, they still need to learn to pass the ball to that player and bring them into the game and trust them that eventually they'll learn and catch up if they're a little bit behind, and definitely trust in their coach, regardless of what it is that the coach is trying to teach them. You know, I think over the years I've seen kids that really, it's very obvious that they don't trust in some of the things that they're told, and it's amazing. I think it's times like that as a coach. I think that some of the most memorable moments for me is when I've had a player come back and say something like, "Coach, you know, you told me this, blah blah blah, and you know, I didn't really believe you or whatever, and now I can see that it was so important, you know, and I wish I had trusted you more then," and that kind of thing. So for me, I think that's probably my 5 key elements. I may have missed something, but I think, as I said, I think we'll all be fairly similar. So that's from me. Thanks, guys.
Well, I think for me, I won't say that there is a very straightforward definition of a good basketball player. So players come in all shapes and sizes, and I think we all know that. For a fact, when we put a team together, there's always going to be a different mix of different elements that create what we call a team. So there's no one single formula for a good player, but I think there are some qualities which are in the player that as a coach I will be looking for. So I think like what Coach Ned and Coach John already mentioned, these players must have qualities of perseverance. They must not give up easily. And I think that's also one thing that as a coach we can instill in them. So some kids, they start learning basketball, either they just want to play the game or they are forced by the parents to come and learn. You know, like yesterday I had a kid who told me that he didn't want to come and learn basketball. His mom forced him to come for basketball. But now today he loves basketball and he wants to come like every day that he could. Yeah, so even when he's not coming for training, he's playing with his friends at his condo and at his school. So I think we have, as coaches, we have really succeeded in the sense that we managed to instill a love for the game in these players at a young age. And I would say that they are very lucky because I think I only started basketball at 15 years old. So I'm one of the very late players. And I didn't really have any coaches to coach me back then. So I didn't really learn anything from anyone, just on my own resource. I go to a library and read books and learn and watch videos. Yeah. And even that time, I don't think there are a lot of videos online and stuff. It was just the beginning of the internet age. Yeah. But I think as a player, we really want to have guys who understand the value of teamwork and they are unselfish in the game. But of course, you also need the other end of it, which is guys who want the ball and they want to score for the team, you know. So you need to have both. If you have a team of very unselfish players and they just keep passing the ball around and nobody wants to score, it's also an issue. Yeah, but okay, when I look for players for my school team, there's always a lot of people who come in, and I remember this specific example where I had to choose between 3 players who are pretty similar for the last place in the team. So there's 15 players on the squad, and I had to pick one of these 3 to take up the last spot. You know, so I had to find a way to differentiate the 3 because they are, in terms of physical strength, their conditioning, their skill level, they are all very, very similar. So I had to find an X factor to pick this player out. So I look for something in their character, which is how they behave during training and how they respond to coaching and how their attitude is during each training session. Are they always the ones who come to you first? Are they the ones who ask you questions about things that they don't understand, or they just keep quiet? Or are they active during training? Are they leaders? Yeah, these are some of the qualities that I look for, and I pick the last player based on some of these. Yeah.
You all said everything already. What should I say? Okay. I agree with all you coaches. For me, there's one part I would like to mention. It will be the relationship between me and the players. So with all the qualities you mentioned, you know, they're all valid points. So what I'm thinking is, when I look at the player, okay, or a team of players, over a journey of maybe 2 or 3 years, before I think, you know, how I'm going to mold you into a player, you're going to become a top rebounder, a scorer, or just a very good role player, you know, with all the ideas of teamwork and all. I just want them to enjoy the game, you know, and then they are willing to be coached and engaged in this relationship where I can use on certain days, on good days, words of advice, they can call it, on bad days where I keep yelling at them, you know, to achieve a certain task. So when they are accepting this fact, okay, so like Coach mentioned, they are coachable, they understand. They understand the fact that, you know, we must work together, and then they allow me the space to coach them. I think that would be the greatest quality I'm looking for in a player.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Those are the good qualities that our experienced coaches, okay, wants to see on our players, guys. Hopefully you are watching this, okay, and for those who are coaches out there or teachers out there, okay, if you know more good qualities that players should have, you can comment actually below or suggest, okay, so we're gonna also read about it as well. All right, so thank you, coaches, for those insightful, okay, attributes, okay, that you shared to us for a good qualities of being a basketball player. All right, early this week we posted a clip about Steven Adams dribbling from the floor. All right, so we're gonna have a discussion of either this is traveling or not, and here's the clip. So guys, you saw the clip. Coaches, what do you think about it?
For me, I don't think it's a travel. So when looking at the statistics of the poll that we posted on the IG account, we can see that actually 69% of the viewers who responded say that it's not a travel, but there's a 31% who say that it's a travel. And I think among the comments that were made in the IG post, there were actually quite a mix of reactions to this. Some say it's a travel and some say it's not. And there are some who went really in depth to talk about whether it's a travel and the rules and so on. Yeah, we even have a ref responding. Yeah. What do you guys think? Travel, not travel? Close call.
Hey guys,
Victor, what do you think?
has Stephen Adam been selected into the All-Star team before?
Has he?
No, I think no.
Okay, he's earning 26 million this year. He's earning 28 million next year. Who cares if he travels? I don't care. Who reads?
Yeah.
I don't care. But travel. Okay.
Yeah, for me, right, it's very clear, okay, that we follow referee's rule, okay. Honestly, right, if the referee whistles blow that whistles, it will be a traveling, because the referee did blow the whistle. It's not a traveling. And then we all know that NBA is an entertainment, guys. Entertainment. Okay, you can see like 10 steps and then they don't call travel. Because
That's
why?
LeBron James.
What they will say, there's no advantage. Right. Even, yeah, LeBron, you can see LeBron. Westbrook, from the inbound, he will walk like 1 million steps and then dribble. No call. Right. But honestly, if you ask me, okay, under FIBA rules, okay, once you're on the ground and you stand up, it will be traveling. Next, the argument is, what if it came from dribbling? Okay, that's where my argument starts. Now they're gonna replay, okay, because what if you're on the ground on your chest? There's no pivot foot now. You dribble from the chest and stand.
Yeah, but
now,
Coach Nate, that's not the rule. The rule is exactly as you said. If you're dribbling on the floor, you're dribbling. It doesn't matter what your pivot foot is. It doesn't matter if you got your 2 feet in the air. If you dribble the ball on the ground, you don't need a pivot foot. The minute you're still dribbling the ball live, if you stand up dribbling the ball, it's legal. It is not travel. So the FIBA rule states
it will be legal, okay? It will be legal only if, okay, it's from the pass or you get it from steal or you dive from the ball, okay? Even though you dive from the ball and slide, right, it's traveling also.
But he didn't slide. So for starters, he picked the ball up, he caught the ball while stationary on the floor, and he immediately started dribbling the floor and dribbled the ball and stood up.
You need to replay the video, and then you can see the foot. Yeah, you need to see the foot. Okay?
It doesn't matter what he does with his feet.
What if he walks first, okay, on the ground and then dribble the ball?
But he didn't. If he walks first and stands up without dribbling the ball, then it's travel. But he didn't do that.
That's the thing. But the thing is, they didn't replay it. They
don't need to.
And then,
they don't need to replay it. Why do they need to replay it?
They will challenge the ball.
But Nate, as you said, it's the referee's decision. If the referee blows his whistle and calls a travel, then it would be travel. If it was not a travel, the other referees or the senior referee may step in and have a discussion and say,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I agree with that. But the thing is, we're talking about FIBA rules here. I'm just bringing you to another angle where, what if the referee whistles a travel? It will be a travel, right?
Not necessarily, because in any game of basketball, the senior referee can overrule the junior referee. And in a game of basketball, the professional leagues, nearly every time, regardless of whether it's the NBA, whether it's the ABL here in Asia, if a referee's decision is deemed to be questionable by the other referees, they will gather and they will discuss the call, and then they will make the decision based on the senior referee's decision.
The situation is they call a travel and then they never discuss.
Then it would stay. It would stay, especially if it was the senior referee that called that, or in some cases under certain
so that's what I'm talking about, because in that angle as well, we can call it traveling.
But it's not travel.
Of this rule.
But it's not travel.
It's not travel because there's no whistle. But if there's
it's
a
not
whistle,
travel because it wasn't travel. He dribbled the ball and stood up. That makes it legal.
Yeah,
if he stood up first without dribbling, then it would be illegal. And of course, there's obviously a confusion there because one of the players that was defending at the time literally looked at the referee to call travel, and the referee, of course, didn't call travel, and he just went straight to the basket and scored. So,
but honestly, right, you watch YouTube and then you can see the clip, same situation. I can show you. Okay, here's the clip. Okay,
it doesn't matter. It's not relevant. They were talking about this clip.
And then see, and then the referee calls travel and become traveling.
But it's not travel. What do you call it? The point is, it's not travel. The rule states it's not travel. So
yes, I agree with you.
If you can show me another clip that where a referee calls travel, then that referee was wrong. But in this case, in this clip,
why is it wrong? Because it whistle, and then they never
wrong
discuss.
Because it's the rules. The rules. It doesn't.
The rule is referee's decision.
Look, Nate. I think we're obviously going to have to agree to disagree here. If you want to read the rule book, I'll get you the rule book, and you can see that it's not travel, and maybe with a bit of luck, we might get some.
For example, this situation, right? They already called traveling, and then they never discuss, and then the game is over. Can you still call it traveling? Not travel.
But probably irrelevant then if the game's over. You can't move.
Oh, this is a thing that I want you to see in this angle, because
you're talking about straight away. When you say
no, it's the same situation in NBA like Steven Adams did, but in another league. What they did, okay, they called traveling and then they finish the game and that's it. And then on the clip, there's a lot of discussion as well. It's the same.
Okay, so but when you say they called a travel in this other clip you're talking about, and then they finished the game, what do you mean? Immediately? Yes. So the guy caught the ball on the floor.
It's still like a second quarter, and then they still play in third and fourth.
Then if the referees don't confer and don't change their call, they can't change it later. The referee must. A call must be changed before the next play happens.
So that means the referee is inconsistent.
Yeah, referees are inconsistent.
They're
human.
Can we
they
agree
make mistakes.
So can we agree if they whistle, it's traveling, and then if they don't whistle, it's not traveling? That's all.
No, you can't. You can't agree that. I can't agree that. You have to agree with the rule. The rule makes it legal. So the rule says it's legal. If the referee makes a mistake, that's human error by the referee. As I said as well, if the referees, if they're decent, and all three of them are decent, and in the NBA, they're paid over $1 million to referee a game. You know, the season they're paid a lot of money.
But
they're expected to know the rules.
10 steps of LeBron James is decent, and
no, that's what Dixon said. Who cares? Who cares if it doesn't make it
who
right?
Cares now? This is the thing. Who cares now? Because this is NBA. It's entertainment, as I told you. Okay, so if the referee is traveling, it's traveling. If not, now, if the referee didn't discuss it and then it will be over, it will be that decision. For example, the referee calls. Yeah.
Correct.
So
correct.
You don't talk about dissent. It's all about referee's decision in the end. Am I right?
Perhaps. Let's agree to disagree.
Okay, so we agree
guys, I think if you look at it from the referee's perspective, what is called is called, so they won't change it. Yeah, unless
but that's also not true.
Outcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Referees do change their decisions regardless of whether it affects the outcome or not.
Yeah.
It does happen, and as I said, that's a sign. That's a sign of three referees work.
But I think if in this situation, if a travel is caught, nobody would have argued it, and so it could have gone either way. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, but probably there will still be this discussion that people will say, it's not a travel, and so either way it will have yeah, work.
Okay, well, I want to finish off with basically asking our viewers to send in their opinions and their reasons for why they think it's travel or not travel. So please, yeah, share your comments with us, guys, and let us know what you think.
Comment below, guys. Share your thoughts. All right. Thank you so much. Today we got Charles and Xiao with us, our U11 Division 1 Championship players. And here's the clip. Everybody, what's up? Welcome again to our Players Edition in the Zone. Today we have a very special guest, player student Xiao and Charles. All right, before we start, okay, anything to say, Xiao? Hi. Charles? Okay, guys, Xiao and Charles has been teammates since last year. And then I saw and I witnessed how they get the championship in CBL 2019. And today we're going to know more about them. Okay, we start. When did you start playing basketball, Charles?
I started playing basketball when I was 6. My cousin Michelle got me into this sport.
Alright, and then after that, 6, can you share us your journey 6 until last year?
Okay, so basically when I started playing basketball, right, it was just a leisure sport for me. But then suddenly I fell in love with it. So I started to train more and more. Then I realized that there's so much more better players out there.
Yes,
so
correct.
my motivation for practicing hard, right,
Yeah.
is knowing that there are more better players out there. And I
Wow.
must not get defeated by them. Maybe with my body.
Yes. I heard that, Xiao, your best friend with Charles. Okay, can you also share with us when did you started and how did you started playing basketball?
I don't know exactly when I started. But then after that I dropped the CCA and then I really started.
All right. When did you join CCA? Last year. P2, P3. All right. Can you share us also what is your preparation that you did last year? Because I saw two of you really did a very good performance in playing in Division 1 under 11 under CBL tournament. Can you share to us? You trained with your father. Okay, Charles?
Well, what I did is, my mom actually bought me a basketball. So every single day I'll use the basketball and anyhow destroy the house really.
You destroy your house and practicing your plastic ball. Also, we know that Xiao's dad is a basketball player last time. Alright, Xiao, can you share to us what is the drill or what training did your father do to you, to make you very good in playing? Shooting? Dribbling? So, how often do you train with your dad? Every day. No joke, guys, okay? No wonder, okay? Xiao really did well last year. And then now he's one of the top player in under 11. Charles, share to us what also is preparation that you do.
I make sure my stamina is up. Basketball is a running gun game. So running involved, especially with you. I must keep up with athleticism.
Alright.
I also work on my dribbling skills. But the only thing I'm lacking is my shooting. And, so I don't have any basketball rim nearby. So I'm really working on my shooting. So as much as possible when I see a basketball rim, I'll dive to it.
So your buddy, is very good in shooting. Is that teaching? Maybe you can ask your buddy. Alright. So in terms of basketball dreams, guys, goals. Isha, what is your goal and dreams in terms of basketball? NBA. Alright, so that one, guys, as you can see, right, in SG Basketball right now, we are starting an elite program. Last time we interviewed Kaden To. Remember, Kaden To is one of our prodigy player, okay, that we're gonna send in US to hopefully get a Division I scholarship in US and then eventually have a chance to play in NBA or other professional league in the world. All right. So same, Xiao has also dream. Okay, if any one of you, has a dream about playing pro, okay, you can contact SG Basketball and ask for more details about our elite program. Okay, Charles, for you, what is your goal? In terms of basketball career.
My goal is to probably go to get into the national team of Singapore.
Wow.
I mean, NBA is another option. If I got the invitation, I would love to go NBA.
Wow.
But I think if I don't make it to the national team, there's no hope for me going NBA. So that's my goal priority.
Yes, of course. Okay, wow, they're very smart. These kids are very smart, okay? They know what they want, okay? They know what is their dream, okay? Which is very real, all right? And then, honestly, guys, if you dream and then work hard for it, anything is possible, all right? So, we're gonna talk about your education. Guys, Xiao last year, primary 4 is top 1 on his cohort, all right? Top 1 in the school. He did well in school. He did well in basketball. What can you ask for? The parents should be very proud. All right. For Charles and Xiao, okay, I think they're really doing well in school. Okay, now we need to ask them how they do it. All right, let's ask Xiao first. All right.
Study hard. Doing a lot of practice.
Wow. Well, it's just, I'm very curious how you manage to juggle training every day and studying hard. That means it's possible. Wow, so it's all about time management. Charles, how do you handle schools and training?
I'm not that good in school, but from what I know is my mom kept on telling me that school comes first. Because
Yes, of course.
studies can get you much further than basketball.
Yes, of course.
I actually do hope that I can do well in basketball in school. I'm trying my best because I'm weak in some of my subjects.
All right, there you go, guys. Okay, they are really sharing to us what they did, to do well in school and also to play their favorite sports, basketball, and do well as well. All right. Okay, guys, now we're gonna talk about their achievements, in playing basketball. Okay, Xiao here and Charles, okay, is a champion players. Okay, champion team. They experienced already how to get the championship. Okay, let's start with Xiao. Okay, in under 9 and under 11, he gets the championship. Can you share to us what it feels like, and then what is your journey in getting that championship trophy in under 9? Wow. All right. And then also you're together champion also in under 11 last year. Charles, can you share to us about it?
U11 was good. We had a lot of very strong opponents. On the final, we faced our juniors. Quite surprised.
Junior.
Sort of
Okay.
it was sort of a blowout.
Okay.
When our team was really very strong. We had a lot of good players like Chaos, Joseph, Guy. Everybody did their part.
Wow, that means it's a teamwork. Okay, and guys, both of them is under Coach Yoje. Okay, where you know him last interview as a coach's interview. Okay, so this is his product. Okay, Coach Yoje product. Okay, not really because players is not born. That's why we are here as SC Basketball. Players are being trained, okay, and also being made by help of the coaches, okay? Especially in SG basketball, we are really, want our kids to improve a lot. Under Coach Yoje, so guys, under Coach Yoje coaching, what is the most memorable or important things that you learned in this coaching? Isha first. Leah. So more on skills. Okay, Charles.
I feel like Coach Ken teaches us a lot of different variety. He tries to keep it fun and yet interesting. And
Wow.
Yet teaches us on like teamwork and positioning. It's quite interesting training session.
Alright, okay. So guys, yes, if you come here, okay, you will experience all of that. Okay, let's go to world, okay, NBA teams. Do you have any favorite? Okay, Xiao. Golden State Warriors. Charles. Same. Favorite player. Oh, they're best friend, guys. Alright. Stephen Curry. No wonder. Okay. Maybe next time you're gonna see them same face. Okay. All right. So before we end, anything to advise, okay, or to tell all our audience here, if they want to become a good basketball player, especially for you, Isha, how to also do well in school, Isha. Yes. Yes. Wow. So if you're playing, guys, Isha shared, if you're playing basketball, it helps your health and also it helps you focus in study. This is a brilliant, experience of a kid, 11 years old, experiencing this kind of motivation of himself. Okay, guys, you heard him from himself, Isha. It helps him focus more on his studies. Charles.
But if you want to play basketball, it's a sport that is very fun. The better you are, the more fun you'll get. So I hope that that's why I keep on improving, hoping to face better opponents.
Wow.
And tougher challenges. Of course, studying is a good option also. As if you want to go pro, you'll soon have to retire. Then maybe you have a second outlet.
That is very true. That's the reality. All right, guys, you heard it. 11 years old, know what really future holds ahead of them. Alright guys, Xiao, Charles, thank you so much for being here. Players Edition in the zone. See you next time. Bye bye. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Here's the clip for In the Zone Challenge. And after this clip, Coach John and I will show you some tips how to do it.
Everybody, welcome to week 2 of In the Zone Challenge. This week's challenge is a little bit of a simple challenge, but also some people find it quite difficult. What we want you to do this week, and we need you to hashtag sgbasketball, post this on your Instagram account, your Facebook accounts, and here's the challenge. Coach Nate is going to show you what we want you to do.
And this is the week 2 challenge, guys. Just spin the ball. Bye-bye.
Here's a tip on how I like to do this skill. Now what I do is I show kids that if you actually take the ball, twist your wrist right around, turn, you'll easily get the ball to turn with your finger and just let it roll up your finger. Also do this skill by twisting the ball in my fingers, tossing it in the air, catching it like that.
This is how you do it. Simple as that. And you keep on spinning it until 2 hours. Bounce it in your. That's for In the Zone Weekly Challenge. Remember, tag SG Basketball and hashtag In the Zone Challenge, and maybe you can win a pair of shoes. right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in our talk show in the zone once again. For you guys that is following us, all right, please comment below, suggest what else do you want to discuss here in our table. All right. Thank you so much. And that's all for the day. Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
See you next week.